today we are discussing about the endocrine system in the human body. The study of endocrinal glands is called endocrinology. The study of endocrinal glands is called endocrinology. So this is the definition of the endocrinology. The study of endocrinal glands is called endocrinology. Who is the father of endocrinology? The father of endocrinology, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison is a father of endocrinology. Thomas Edison is a father of endocrinology. Now come to the endocrinal glands. They secretes the hormones. Endocrinal glands, they secretes the hormones. The hormones are a chemical messengers. Hormones are a chemical messengers. The hormones are first discovered by E.H. Starling. The hormones first discovered by E.H. Starling in the year of 1902. In the year of 1902. So, the endocrinal glands are also called as ductless or non-tubular glands. Non-tubular and ductless glands, because they don't have any type of tubes, because they secrete the hormones directly dissolved in the blood. So they don't have any type of tubes, hence the name of endocrinal glands or non-tubular or ductless glands. In the human body, the endocrinal glands mainly 8 types. How many types? 8 types of endocrinal glands present in the human body. What are these? One is a pituitary gland. Second one is a pineal gland. Third one is a thyroid gland. Fourth one is a parathyroid gland. Fifth one is a thymus gland. Sixth one is a adrenal gland. Sixth one is a pancreas. is the seventh one, and eighth one is a gonads. These are 8 types of endocrinal glands present in the human bodies. Now come to the first one, pituitary gland. First one is a pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is also called as mother of all glands. Mother of all glands. The size of pituitary gland. The size of pituitary gland is a Pria grain. Pria grain size. The pituitary gland is located. The pituitary gland is located in the sella turcica. Sella turcica, it is one of the sphenoid bone. Sella turcica is one of the sphenoid bone. Here, this is the sella turcica. Okay. Here, the pituitary gland, it consists of the two lobes. The pituitary gland, it consists of the two lobes. One is a anterior lobe. That is adeno hypophysis. Second one is a posterior lobe. Posterior lobe means that is a neuro hypophysis. So these two lobes are in pituitary gland. The pituitary gland consists of the two lobes. One is a anterior lobe, is the adenohypophysis. Second one is the posterior lobe, that is the neurohypophysis. Now come to the anterior lobe. Again this anterior means adenohypophysis lobe, again divided into three lobes. How many lobes? 3 lobes. Again divided into 3 lobes. One is a anterior lobe. Second one is a pars intermedia. Third one is a pars tuberalis. The adenohypophysis again divided into 3 lobes. One is a anterior lobe, second one is a pars intermedia, third one is a pars tuberalis. In these 3 lobes, the pars tuberalis they does not secrete any type of hormones. So they no need the explanation of the pars tuberalis. Now come to the anterior lobe. The anterior lobe it secretes the 6 types of hormones, and pars intermedia it is secretes the 1 type of hormones. Now come to the first one. Anterior lobe it secretes the 6 types of hormones. Under that, one is a growth hormone. First one is a growth hormone. It is also called as stimulate the liver cells. Liver cells to produce the IGFS cells. IGFS cells means insulin-like growth factors. The growth hormone, it first stimulates the act on the liver cells and it stimulates the IGFS cells. IGFS cells means insulin-like growth factors. This is the one function of the growth hormone. Now come to the second function of the growth hormones. The growth hormone, it is stimulate the epiphyseal. Epiphyseal plate or bone. This is the epiphyseal bones. So, what is the second function of the growth hormones means? It is involved in the cell division. Cell division means to increase the epiphyseal plate. Wherever you increase the epiphyseal bone, then it is automatically elongation of bones. Now come to the third function of the growth hormone. What is the third function? The growth hormone, they also involved in the protein synthesis. They also involved in the protein synthesis. So this is the first hormone of the anterior lobe of the adenohypophysis, that is growth hormone. So growth hormone means it also called as somatotropin hormone. And what are the functions of the growth hormones means? They first stimulate the liver cells to produce the IGFS cells. IGFS means insulin-like growth factor cells. Now come to the second one. What is the function of the growth hormone? It is involved in the cell division. It involved in the cell division in the epiphyseal bone to lead in the elongation of the bones. Now come to the third function of the growth hormones. They are also involved in the protein synthesis. So this is the first hormone of growth factor. Now come to the first factor is growth hormone. Okay. Hormone. Second hormone is a LPH. LPH hormone. LPH means luteotropic hormone. The LPH means luteotropic hormone. The LPH is also called as lactogenic hormone. Lactogenic hormone. The LPH means luteotrophin hormone. It also called as lactogenic hormones. It causes glands in the females. The LTH causes the enlargement of the mammary glands in the female and they prepare them to production of milk. And they prepare them to production of milk. And another function of the LTH, another function of the luteinotrophin hormone, it maintains the sustained pregnancy. It maintains the sustained pregnancy and it also help in the maintaining the corpus luteum in the ovary. It maintains the corpus luteum in the ovary. So these are the functions of LTH hormones. Now come to the third one. Come to the third hormone. Don't forget, it is once again remember the anterior lobe. It secretes the 6 types of hormones. Under that, first one is a growth hormone. Second one is a luteinizing hormone or luteinotrophin hormone. Now come to the third one, TSH. TSH means thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH. What are the functions of the thyroid stimulating hormone? It stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroxine hormone from the thyroid gland. It stimulates the secretion and synthesis of thyroxine hormone from the thyroid gland. That is the TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Now come to the fourth one, ACTH. ACTH means adenocorticotrophin hormone. Adenocorticotrophin hormone. What are the functions of the ACTH? The ACTH they play a major important role to control the synthesis and secretion of the metabolic hormones such as glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids and sex corticoids from the adrenal cortex. The ACTH means adenocorticotrophin hormone. What are the functions of the ACTH hormone? They control the synthesis and secretion of metabolic hormones such as glucocorticoids, mineralocorticoids and sex corticoids from the adrenal cortex. So that is the ACTH. Now come to the fifth one, FSH. FSH means follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone. It is important function for gonads, that is a male or female anyone. They play the major important role in the gonads of male and females. Now FSH means follicle stimulating hormone. The follicle stimulating hormone, they play the important role in male as well as female. In the male, they stimulate the FSH, they stimulate the spermatogenesis. It stimulates the spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis means formation of the sperms. And at the same time, in the female, the FSH hormone, it stimulates the oogenesis. Oogenesis means the formation of the ovum or ovulation. So these two major roles involve the FSH hormone, follicle stimulating hormone. In the male, they stimulate the spermatogenesis, means formation of the sperms. In female, they stimulate the oogenesis or ovulation, I mean formation of the ovum. These are fifth FSH hormone. Now come to the sixth one. That is LH. Luteinizing hormone. This also they play the important role in the gonads. Say why? Because in male and female, they stimulate the formation of spermatogenesis, and also they stimulate the male sex hormone, that is the testosterone, from the testes. The testosterone, they are stimulate the secondary sexual characters in the male. Secondary sexual characters in the male. At the same time, in the female, they stimulation the oogenesis and they produce the estrogen and progesterone. The estrogen and progesterone, they are male, female. They stimulate the secondary sexual characters in the female, and also the LH, luteinizing hormone, they play the important role in the to maintain the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum means the Graafian follicle ruptured. After the rupture, the remaining part is called corpus luteum. It is yellow in color. That is the corpus luteum. So to maintain the corpus luteum from the Graafian follicles by the luteinizing hormone. So these 6 types of hormones secreted by the anterior lobe of adenohypophysis. Now come to the pars intermedia. The pars intermedia, they secretion a single type of hormone. So we are completed the anterior lobes of 6 types of hormone. Growth hormone GH. Okay, first one GH completed. Next TSH, ACTH, LTH, 1, 2, 3, 4, and LH and FSH. These are 6 types of hormones in the anterior lobe of adenohypophysis. Now come to the pars intermedia. The pars intermedia, they secretion a single type of hormones that is called MSH. MSH means melanocytic stimulating hormone. MSH means melanocytic stimulating hormone. Now it is also called as pars intermedia. MSH means it also called as pars intermedia. Now what are the functions of the MSH? What are the functions of the MSH? The MSH in the vertebrates, I mean in human body, right now they don't have any type of work. Okay, they don't have any type of work in the human body, but in some vertebrates they give the color formation. Why? Because the MSH hormone, it stimulates the melanocyte. It stimulates the melanocyte cells from the skin. Okay, and the melanocyte cells, they release the melanin. Melanin, it is one of the color pigment. Melanin is one of the color pigment. So in heads also, the melanin is deposition of the melanin in the hairs. So that's why the hairs are very dark in color. Dark in color means the high quantity of the melanin is storage in the hairs. Hence the hairs are black in color. So this is a single MSH hormone from the pars tuberous, pars intermedia. So this is the adenohypophysis. Pars tuberous, they don't secretion any type of hormones. So there no need for the explanation. So here 6 types of hormone, here 1 type of hormone. Total the adenohypophysis secreted the 7 types of hormones. Now come to the posterior lobe. The posterior lobe means that is the neurohypophysis. The neurohypophysis, it secretes the 2 different types of hormones. One is a oxytocin. Second one is a vasopressin. Oxytocin and vasopressin. Come to the oxytocin. The oxytocin is also called as pitocin. Oxytocin is also called as pitocin. Now, what are the functions of the oxytocin or pitocin? The oxytocin, they give the powerful contraction and the urethrum during the childbirth, especially in the female. They do the powerful contraction on the urethra in the female during the childbirth. Okay, and also the ejection of milk in the mammary glands. The ejection of milk in the mammary glands.